Hi everyone, in this video I want to go through my preferred high time frame, medium time frame and low time frame bullish and bearish scenarios, as well as showing you some potential trading setups in these scenarios. So on the high time frame, the bullish scenario is that this is an ABC where wave C is still not finished, as wave C did not hit the common wave C target and also did not hit the rare wave C target. The only requirement wave C so far has passed is taking the highs of A, which it has done over here. However, I'm still looking for some sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where then this wave 4 is a longer sideways correction, as you will see on the medium time frame count. One could potentially trade it by the confluence here at the lows of 4 and the 382, which is a common target for wave 4, with the stop loss below the 0.5, as the invalidation is about 20.3k, as in a wave 4 high time frame candles are not allowed to close below the 0.5 fib taken from the low of 2 to the high of 3. A target can be the 382 pulled from the all-time high to the low over here of W, as that is a minimum target for a potential wave X in a high time frame W, X, and then eventually Y to the downside, which also has a nice amount of confluence with the support area that we had over the past couple of years, then turning resistance, which I think would be a brilliant type of short trade. And then over here, the second potential trading setup is then entering around this level with the stop loss above the 0.5, which is also above the 1.618, which is the maximum target for this wave C, and then trade it to the downside. Now the bearish scenario on the high time frame is that wave 5, C and X are already finished. The invalidation is taking the highs once more that we made. And if this was the end, we're looking for much lower prices of at least 15.4k, of at least basically taking the lows of B over there. On the medium time frame, I'm looking for the following scenario, which is the more bullish scenario, where we are in a 3-wave WXY in this bigger, again, wave 4. So we have a WX and eventually we have a wave Y. And in this WXY, I'm looking for a 3 waves in the Y. And I will go through that in a lower time frame scenario. Now the target for wave Y, the main target is the 1-to-1 trend-based fib extension and the 1.236 trend-based fib extension. And as you can see, it has nice confluence with my yellow target box over here, of which you can see the confluences on the right side. The invalidation is if wave Y goes below the 1.618 trend-based fib extension, which also basically means that wave 4 is going to be invalidated because it is a very low target. And also the invalidation is if we now go up and we take the high of X without actually hitting this target area, then eventually this wave Y is also going to be invalidated. A potential trading setup in this scenario is the following, where one could trade at the beginning or enter at the beginning of the target box at about 21,150 in this scenario based on Elliott waves, stop loss below the lows over here, and then trade it to the upside. And then the question is this going to be the end of wave 4, or is this only wave A or W? Like the first part, we get a second part, and then eventually a third part in this scenario. The bearish scenario is the ending diagonal or the leading diagonal at the moment. So we have the end of wave C, and this B should be a X. And then eventually we have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, and then eventually 5. So I currently have 2, 3 as a 3 type of move. However, wave 3 could also be there, and then wave 4 somewhere over here, and then eventually we're now in some sort of a wave 5. That is also a possibility as a bearish scenario. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eventually then this is a wave 1 followed by a wave 2 and 3 waves, and then eventually a wave 3 to the downside, which will lead to much lower targets to come of at least, again, 15.4k. Now then on the lower time frame, I was keeping my eye on mainly 2 scenarios. After yesterday, we basically broke this low over here on the left with the wick low that we made as well. So this is what I'm looking for on the lower time frame. There's 2 scenarios actually that I have that are bullish, as they are part of the WXY in the medium time frame, and then wave 4 on the higher time frame. And the first one is that potentially we are in a WXY over here. So in this scenario, this then is a 3-wave structure followed by another 3-wave structure in wave X, and then eventually going down for wave Y. In X, this would then be some sort of an expanded flat. So we then have W, some sort of a 3-wave in the X, reaching the expanded flat target area, which it actually has almost done, which is in between the 1.236 and the 1.38 target area, as well as very nice confluence with a weekly, daily and daily naked point of control. Then one could be looking for a move to the upside of, well, basically at least taking these highs, but potentially all the way up here, as that is basically the first real resistance area, because this over here is quite the void and price could push very quickly to the upside. And then the first real resistance is basically the previous range. And then you have over here in the blue target box, the previous range point of control. You also have a daily, the 786, and a few highs to take as well. So that is actually quite a nice target. The potential trading setup with this scenario is basically entering around the 1.236 target area with then the stop loss below the lows, because we're better safe than sorry, and then eventually trade it to the upside for potentially the target box. But of course, we have to see what price does. The second scenario is that somehow this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where in this wave 4 is either a complex correction, possibly some sort of a triangle, but you know, wave 4 is very, very long compared to this wave 2, so this is not really my favorite scenario, but it is one we cannot disregard. And in this scenario, we are looking for a wave 5 to the downside with the target area. Actually, the minimum target area was just hit over here. But then again, the trading scenario is basically the same, where you're just entering in this target box, stop loss below the lows, and then trading it eventually to the upside. Now, the more bearish scenario is that we have again the leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, even though for a wave 4, this is a very, very shallow retracement. So wave 4 in this scenario, it only hit the 0.236, and basically in this leading diagonal pattern, which is more rare. The 382 is definitely more common, but again, we cannot disregard it. So in this scenario, if the end of wave 4 is somewhere over here, then the potential end of wave 5 is at the green lines that you see on the chart. So the green lines are the most common target for potential wave 5 in the leading diagonal, and then the orange lines are more rare, and also wave 5 is not allowed to go below the 1-to-1. So this is the bearish scenario, but this isn't currently my, let's say, more alternative scenario out of the bullish and the bearish ones that I have on the lower time frame. So this being said, thanks for watching this video. I just showed you the high time frame, medium time frame, and the low time frame bullish and bearish scenarios. And yeah, my preferred ones have the potential trading setups. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you at the next update video at 1 p.m. Central East European time. Bye bye.